Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. Whenever adapting some material from one medium to another, or even just rebooting it within the same medium, there's always going to be some hesitation on the fans of the original source material that there's going to be something different about it. And just because something's different doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. I mean, The Witcher was different in the game versus in the original book, but fans of the original book were still happy with it because it overall stayed true to that. Well, when the first season of The Witcher came out, it was revealed that Henry Cavill, the star of it, was also a fan of the books and the source material. So audiences were actually pretty pleased with that because it's pretty good when you have something being adapted and the star of it is a huge fan of the original source material. So you think it's going to be executed faithfully. And for the most part, even the actors cared about it. This article right here from Forbes, talking about working with Henry Cavill on the set of The Witcher, and the actress who played Yennefer was asked if it was intense knowing or working with someone who was really a fan of the source material, and she said it's a breath of fresh air to have someone to work with that loves the material. It really is, because he knows more than anyone about the world of The Witcher and all the rules and regulations in terms of The Witcher and knowledge. He's up there. So to work with that, it's a blessing, because there are days when you might disbelieve the world a little bit more than the next, and he's there to go, hang on, we got this. So yeah, I mean, even the actors said that they appreciated his knowledge of it, and they've also come out and saying he was great to work with. But then you get the producers of it who are saying like, well, he's difficult to work with and stuff, and a lot of that comes from the fact that, well, because he's a fan of the source material, they weren't, so they were trying to use that as a springboard to tell their own story, and he would want to stick closer to the lore. And as a result, the fans kind of sided with him, obviously, because he's trying to do what they want. And he was even defending fans when studios were trying to say that they're just being toxic, because a toxic fan is literally just someone who wants them to do what they say they're going to do. They say they're going to adapt The Witcher. Well, then adapt it. If you're not going to adapt it, then don't call it The Witcher. Say it's something else. But when they announced that they fired him, that was a huge mistake for them, because it really just showed the studio doesn't care what the audience wants. They say, we're not doing what you want. We're doing what we want, and either like it or you don't. And okay, well, now they're trying to say like, well, but we still have Henry Cavill in, because as if trying to say like, well, we're still following the source material. It's like, no, you're not. He's obligated to be there through contract and professionalism, and you're trying to use that as a way of getting more support, but it's not going to work. And as a result, you can look at the audience score, because yeah, audiences aren't happy with it. You jump to season 1. Overall, it did pretty good because they were following a lot better. But then when you jump to season 2, it's starting to slip, because people noticed the was drifting from the original material, and then this is what you have now. And a lot of this isn't even just the fact that it's changing. A lot of it stems from the fact that modern writers in Hollywood just aren't as talented as actual writers who make a living doing that, like are professional writers that they're adapting from. I mean, there's a reason these writers in Hollywood are adapting the work of other writers, because those other writers are just better at it. And when they get so arrogant that they think they can do better, this is the result of that. As another prime example of that, look at The Rings of Power, 38% audience score, because they thought that they could do better than Tolkien. And look at when you adapt Tolkien's work faithfully, here, this. Yeah, this. You see what I mean? It's all a matter of being faithful to the original material, because you're not going to be as good as these other writers that you're adapting, so don't even try to be. The only thing you can do as a modern day writer and showrunner is be faithful to someone who's better than you. Just humble yourself a little bit, and you'll actually achieve success that way. Or you could continue to think you're better than what you are, and this is the result. Is it going to be another season of this? Well, yeah, I think they're already contracted to have another season of this, but I don't see it going on after that. And that's just another show that's fallen to people who thought they were better than what they are. But let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Do you actually want to watch this show? Do you think writers should change it, or should they adapt it as faithfully as possible? Let me know what you think. And if you like the video, make sure you click like, share the video out there, and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.